this video, you will learn how to access and register for CareerLion by Handshake, NCTC's online career center and job search platform. To start, open your browser and type in nctc.joinhandshake.com. When you get to the website, it should bring you to a home screen that looks like this. Current NCTC students will click the blue button in the middle of the screen to either log in if you already have a Handshake account through NCTC, or to activate your account if this is your first time accessing this platform. This button will connect you with one login where you will enter your NCTC credentials. From there, it will either take you to the dashboard if you already have activated your account, or it will provide you with additional prompts to set up your account. All NCTC students are pre-registered in CareerLion, so a portion of your profile may already be filled out. If you are an alumni or community member, you will need to click the button in the top right corner that says No Account, Sign Up Here. If you are a current student, you will need to use the blue button in the middle of the screen instead of using this link. I am going to show you what the registration process looks like, but for this example, I will be registering as an alumni or community member. The registration process for a current student will look a little bit different because current students will get connected to Handshake through their one login credentials instead of creating a new username and password. However, when we get to the part where you create a profile and fill out your resume information, that process will be the same for everyone. So for alumni and community members, you will start by entering an email address. It prompts you to enter an NCTC email address or a .edu email, but if you don't have one, or if you aren't able to access your email anymore, you can use a personal email address instead. Every alumni and community member registration will be reviewed and verified by someone on the Career Services team. Current students who try to log in this way using a personal email address will not be approved. All current NCTC students must log in using the blue button on the home page and use their one login credentials to create their account. After you enter a valid email address, you will click the button that says Next. Then it will prompt you to add your school. You will select North Central Texas College. And just be aware that there are other couple colleges in the system with similar names, so make sure you're choosing the correct selection. Then you can click Next. From there, it will prompt you to create a password. Your password will need to contain at least 8 characters and contain 2 of the following categories: letters, numbers, and special characters. Once you come up with the password, you will re-enter it in the second box. Then make sure that you have selected that you agree to the terms and conditions, and then you can click Create Account. In this next section, you'll need to enter your first name, your last name, and your major. And your major, as you start typing, it should auto-populate. We already have all NCTC majors entered into this program, but if you don't see your major for whatever reason, you can type in Other or General Studies. And then you're going to put your expected graduation date. If you're unsure of when you're planning on graduating, just choose your best guess. Then it's going to turn to a screen that looks like this and prompt you to check your email. So current NCTC students will need to check their NCTC email. And then if you are an alumni or community member, you'll check the email that you signed up with. If you don't end up getting an email for whatever reason, please contact Career Services. When you get the email, it should look something like this. Then you'll click Confirm Email, and then it'll take you to a screen like this. In this section, you'll select your profile visibility. Basically what this means is who can have access to see your profile. I would encourage you to select Community, so that way you can engage with other students and employers. Or at the very least, select Employers, so that employers can have access to your resume and your profile. You could also choose to have your account set to private, but on this setting, no one will have access to see your account, your profile, or your resume. Then you can click Done, and it will take you to this next page. You can type in your gender and pronouns if you wish to share that information. If you enter the pronouns, it'll ask if you want them visible to employers and other students or both. Then it's going to ask you more about what you're looking for in your job. So are you looking for a full-time job, an internship, a part-time job, etc.? And then where would you like to work? So this is going to be the location in which you would like to find employment. If you're not currently looking for employment, I would suggest just putting somewhere near your home, so that way whenever you are ready to look for a job, it'll be close to your house. You can always change this part later. Next it asks, what industries are on your radar? This is where you can select industries that you are most interested in. This will help offer suggestions that best match your interests. If you are unsure which industries to select at this time, you can click Not Sure. Then it's going to ask you to choose up to 5 qualities you're looking for in an employer. So what values do you have? It's going to ask you about company culture, types of employers, and company supports. Then you can click Continue. And then what types of jobs will you be searching for? In this section, you can select different job titles for jobs that you would like to obtain. Then it's going to ask you to add your background. So basically, you're going to be entering in some of your resume information. On this question, it asks, what skills do you have? If you don't see your skills listed in that common skills section, you can search for different skills in the box. And then click Continue. And then it's going to ask you what relevant courses you have taken. This is a great section for people who don't have a whole lot of work experience. So it can show employers some of the skills that you've gained from your courses. Next, it's going to ask you to enter in your GPA. GPAs will not be shared with other students. They're only going to be visible to employers. I would highly encourage you to enter your GPA if you have a 3.5 or above. Next, it's going to ask, are you in any clubs or organizations? So again, this is great for people who don't have a lot of work experience. This is a place where you can show what organizations and associations that you're a part of. If you don't see your organization on there, you can type it into the box and search for it. Next, it's going to ask where you've worked or volunteered. So this is looking for company names. So if you have work experience, you want to search for the companies that you have worked with, or you can enter places that you volunteered with. Once you select a company, it's going to ask you what your role was there. This is where you can enter in your job title, and then click Save. And you'll do this for any employer that you've worked at or volunteered with. And then you'll hit Submit, and your profile has been created. At this point, you have created your profile, but it will still need to be approved by somebody on the Career Services team. So you should see this prompt in the yellow box that says you are currently pending at North Central Texas College. Once you're approved, you'll be able to access the jobs and other unique opportunities for students. Once you have been approved, you should receive an email with a link to Handshake that will take you straight to your dashboard. In the meantime, while you wait to be approved, you can do a couple of things. On the right-hand side in those blue boxes, you can continue to update your profile, or you can also go ahead and upload a document, such as a resume or cover letter. Once you're approved, you should receive an email that looks like this. After you receive that email, you can go back to nctc.joinhandshake.com to log in and visit the dashboard. You will log in the same way that you activated your account. So if you're a student, you'll go back and click that blue button in the middle of the page. Or if you're an alumni or community member, you will use the link that says log in using your Handshake credentials. Once you get logged in, it'll take you to your dashboard that looks like this. This is where you can search for jobs, get connected with employers, reach out to people in the community, other students and alumni. You can also explore different career paths and see what upcoming events that are going on. You can also get connected to your Career Center at NCTC. If you have any questions, or need assistance using Handshake, please reach out to CareerServices at nctc.edu.